Kill your skin.
Hey guys, welcome to my channel. This is Gaming with Graham. Alright guys, so I'm back. So I did a medical leave for school. I did that yesterday. I know it's been a long time since I posted. I figured I'd update everything. I was having so much problems with my camera because it was so bright. This is like the second time I had to do it. And I had to adjust the video capture part because the sun was so bright that the settings I had on there, you could barely even see who I was. I was like joined in with the light. But anyway, I've been going to class. I was like 3 weeks behind. I had just got done with my first quiz, and they were already on lesson 3. And I had just got done with 1. So the teacher, yesterday, I went up to his desk and I told him I finished the first test. And, he says, you know, he started talking to me and he's like, let's go out in the hall. And so I'm like, okay. So we went out to the hall and then we went into a separate room because he didn't want anybody hearing our conversation, which is, of course, important. But anyway, he was talking to me and he told me that, you know, I don't mind you staying in my class, and, you know, just doing the testing, that's not going to be able to pass you. And he says, you know, if you have funding in that you're doing through the school, you definitely want to go to see somebody about the medical release. And I told him about that I have an appointment with somebody. And he's like, yeah, go see them. Let them know what's going on. And so, you know, I went in there and I was talking to her. At first I was like, no, I can do this. But then the teacher literally had me face up to the reality. I ain't going to be able to do it. But he was like, at our age, I'm older than he is. What the heck? He's like in his 40s and I'm 52. Yes, I'm old. If you guys noticed, I did cut my hair on my own. I got tired of it in my face. Yeah, it was like down to here. I'm like, nope. Done, and done. I'm not the best hairstylist, but I don't care. I don't care. I got it out of my face. I'm not the type of person that goes to a salon and pays $20 to get a haircut. I'd rather just have my son buzz my head. Save me $20. But anyway, I wanted to talk to you. So I went to my meeting yesterday and my teacher let me leave. He said, you can just go ahead and go to your meeting then. And I'm like, oh, okay. So I showed up there at 10. She had somebody in her office already. So they just told me just to hold on a little longer and she'll be out to come get me. And so she took me back to her office and we talked for a while and I told her what happened. Every time I have to tell this story to somebody, they laugh at me. And I'm like, yeah, it's okay. It's funny now, but it wasn't funny then. And she's like, what made you think it could crawl? I said, alligator gar. That's what was in my head. Okay? An alligator can walk on land. An alligator gar? Question mark. But the thing is, I could have grabbed my phone and looked and seen what an alligator gar was. But I didn't. Because why? Because I'm a bozo. I only use my phone most of the time just to text, you know, keep in communication with my family. But yeah, so that was my fault. I didn't like search on my phone what an alligator gar was. That's a good reference for in the future. Now I know not to panic when I see something in the water thinking it can crawl on land. I mean, you never know. I mean, someone put a Japanese carp in there, and it's like white and orange. And I'm like, how in the world did a Japanese carp? And someone had told me when I was fishing, they said people throw their pets that are too big for their tanks. And they'll throw the animal into the water so that way they don't die. And I was like, well, what kind of things do they throw in a pond? And they're like turtles, frogs, fish that have gotten too big for the tank and they just have nowhere to put it. So they just bring it to the local pond and, let it go and let it multiply. I think that's really cool that they do that. But I would imagine there's other things they put in there. I'm not sure what. I have seen some strange crap in that pond. And everybody's like, oh, where do you go fishing at? My local pond. I ain't telling you where I fish. Because then if I want to go catch an alligator gar, which I'm not going to. That thing was bigger than my desk. And my desk is from here to here. Yeah, that thing was huge. My son said it was probably at least a 10-pounder. I'm like, I'm glad that thing didn't have legs because that would have really been scary. But anyway, yeah, so I talked to her for a little while. I think we talked like 25, 30 minutes. And she said she's part of the review board. And, I said, I've already had a medical, thing, and I don't think they're going to excuse this. And she says, you can get up to only 3. But my advice is completely heal. Make sure all your appointments are done and over with before coming back to school. And I said, absolutely. So I am going to literally wait till my ears, nose, and throat, my neurologist, my therapy for my shoulder, my therapy for my foot. That's a lot of doctor visits. But hey, I mean, if it makes me heal faster, I'm all for it. But now I gotta find a neurologist. So, but yeah, I got something on Temu. I wanted to show you guys this before I end it. I got a switch connector, and I got it for 97 cents, and thought, okay, I'm gonna bring it home and I'm gonna hook it up, and it's not gonna work. It worked. I was shocked. I was just like, wait, what? So I slid them in. And if you want me to, I can show you real quick. Hold up. I'm going to regret this. Ow. So what you do is you just slide it in like this. And the light turns on. So now I can do my thing. And then when you get ready to stop, you just do the same thing that you do on your switch. And then just put it back in your thing. If I can get it back in my thing. But yeah, it works. And I'm just like, whoa. I was happy because I can't hold the Xbox controller. And this is like super, super light. But yeah, so when I talked to my advisor, she said, is there any other classes you're taking? And I said, yeah, because I had math and I had to drop it because I just couldn't do the writing because I'm right-handed, and writing left-handed was impossible. I couldn't even sign my name left-handed. So she says, okay, so let me, so did you drop it? And I said, no, they told me I could drop it because it's non-credited. And she goes, wait. So you're not taking a math class for a grade? And I said, no. I said they wanted me to do the GED math because it's been a long time since I took the first math class. So now I got to take another one. And she says, oh, so that's non-credit. Yeah. And she's like, well, is the TV one the only one you have? And I said, yeah. And she's like, well, that's not going to be a problem. And I was like, are you sure they're going to be okay? Because I don't want to do this again. And she's like, it's not like you could help the accident. I mean, things happen in life. You can't control anything. And she says, I would have only one left. So be very, very careful because you wouldn't be able, once you get 3, you're done. You can't get any more medical excuses. And I was like, I wouldn't be making it up. I mean, I'm not making anything up. I wish I was. Then I could say, see, look, I'm all better. It doesn't work that way, Grandma. Well, I hope you guys have a fantastic day. Thank you guys so much for being patient with Grandma. It's really hard to be able to post and do things like that. But I hope you guys have a fantastic day. God bless, and I'll see you guys next time. This is Grandma signing out. Adios, amigos. Doses. I'm out. Like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching Gaming with Grandma.